Mount Pleasant Cemetery sits on one of the highest land points in Edmonton. Was in 1900 originally set far south of Strathcona. On a brisk late October morning, Catherine Ivany provided historic perspective.
We are in the Mount Pleasant Cemetery, which is one of the earliest cemeteries in Edmonton still in operation. And it actually derives from an earlier private cemetery that was here on this land.
Among famous Strathcona pioneers buried there are Alexander Rutherford, John Walter, the Gaynor family, Robert Ritchie, and William McGrath.
The first family that farmed here, the Curry family, we have Margaret Curry's grave up there, and then the next family that farmed in this area, the Martin family, are at the top. And say they came here in 1899, and David Martin died in 1900.
The early stones were an art form unto themselves, I think.
Yeah, and so there are some fairly well-carved, beautiful stones, more like statues than just markers. But more recently, the granite has become the stone because it will last forever, unlike the marble and the limestone, which tend to get eaten away in our winters.
So Rutherford's site has been upgraded a little, I think?
Yeah, they have a new stone on it, but you can see the remnants of the other stones in the front as well. So this is actually for one of their children, and then the name for the Rutherford and his wife are on the other side. Rutherford was a lawyer, came to Strathcona fairly early in its history and worked as a lawyer, but also became involved in politics and eventually became the first premier of the province of Alberta. And so he established the University of Alberta and eventually became the chancellor after he retired from politics.
Now this is John Walter's gravesite.
Right.
He was one of the fathers of industry in Edmonton.
Exactly. He actually was an old Hudson's Bay Company employee, and he moved across the river fairly early, started his business over there, basically doing the same thing, building boats, and then started a lumber yard and had a coal mine.
The ferry.
Had the ferry, exactly. Did all the famous things in Edmonton and had steamboats eventually.
Mount Pleasant reached capacity years ago. An estimated 1,000 grave sites exist alongside St. Anthony's Cemetery in a Southside residential neighborhood. A century ago, a quiet countryside location. For Go, I'm Tim Dancy.